build a small cottage house. I'm here in the world that I built in my previous tutorial, how to build a small survival castle that is functional. My theory around this and behind this is if you want to populate a small little town or city with a type of building that could actually support or be kind of around this type of structure. I am currently working with a couple add-ons right now that I wasn't when I made this, so I will refrain from using that to make sure this is purely vanilla. So these blocks that are in my inventory, some of these do not belong to the game naturally. So I am going to get them out of my inventory. Okay? That's the first step. We're going to get these out of my inventory, and I will show you the palette of what we're doing. So this will be a small cottage. You can build it yourself. You can follow this tutorial and how to do it. What is going on here? Nope. Had a little Lex back there. Alright. We are in update 1.21 on Bedrock. Minecraft PS4. Free information, so this is the version I'm playing on. Alright. So this will be a little bit more rougher in styling than, let's say, this castle. This castle is supposed to mark kind of like something very refined, very, that's why it's not whitewashed. So if historically castles would have been whitewashed, most of them, if they didn't have nice dressed stone that was nice and very orderly. If it was very rough, like, let's say, cobble, they would have put a plaster on it and then painted it white, like quartz, to dress it up. But so I'm going to choose right here, this spot right here with all these animals. All right. So obviously, when you're doing this, you start with clearing the area up of the grass, trees, and stuff like that. You can add those things back in later when you're done. So remember, I will try to make this as realistic but also as possible in the game. So I'm not going to be using things that I'm going with kind of the theory, the concept, one, to be kind of realistic, but also two, trying to make sure the stuff I'm using is not stuff that you can't acquire in the game quickly and easily. So again, I'm going to make it with a little bit more roughness around the corners, but so if we're using acacia, and I do know I saw some oak. So oak right here. These are the two wood types we have access to around this area. As I mentioned previously in my we have some iron right here. We have some granite, obviously stone. There's gravel, and here's some diorite and andesite. All right. So there is those materials locally around. So if I do use some of those types of things that would require that in my builds, like I've done in this castle here, like the andesite and the smooth stone, which you would have initially ground out as cobble and then smelted down into smooth stone, and then use a grindstone, a cutter, to cut these. So we're going to choose right here. Alright, so these are kind of the material choices we have. Obviously, the rough ones. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is use both the normal oak log and the stripped oak log. Alright, both acquirable. If you're wondering about the add-ons I'm using, here I'll show you all so you can see the add-ons. So I'm not entirely sure if I want to use these add-ons, but this is the only active add-on I have. Furniture add-on. Alright, by XP Games. That's the only one I have, and that's because it adds unique blocks. I kind of was testing it in the castle over here, and you can see I used large andesite bricks, which you couldn't access normally in the game. I did some more texturing, specifically on the floors. So you can see the floors are a lot nicer, because there's normal planks, but there's verticals, and it adds some extra, like, look at right here. This is a good example. Remember, this was just pure granite. Now this is actually detailed. So this is what this pack kind of gives you access to. You know, some extras. So I'm not 100% sure if I want to use it. I just did it to this to test it out. But I'm not 100% sure if I want to say you must have it to use it in the cottage home I'm building. So I will try to just use vanilla stuff, even though I think there is some value to this add-on. Okay. Now, as I said before, first floors never have they don't have wood floors. They generally don't. So I think for a first floor, so we'll go with, I think, polished andesite, which you can acquire in the cave. Alright? Polished andesite mixed with normal andesite to make a texture, to make texture detail. The foundation, I think I'm gonna go with cobble. It's a little bit rougher, but it'll be adding a nice aesthetic. So this is going to be a small, very small type of home. It is not very big. So we're going to first one here. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We want 7, 8. That's right. 2 block. You go 2 block center here, but the front is 1 block. So it will be an 8 by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like small-ish. Or was it 7? No, it's not 7. So I built this cottage in a different world. And I'm just going to recreate it for y'all. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, alright. An 8 by 11. So it is a rectangle. It's not a square. 8 by 11. We start it like that. Alright. Get the floor in. So we'll just start with a base andesite. And then we'll texture it as we go. Alright. Now, we have the foundation. We do this for corners, and we add the wood normally, right? But to add it, to make it a little bit more seamless, do something like that. Alright? with, if you do something like that and then add slab, slab, it kind of adds some extras to the side. But also make sure your wood isn't clashing. Right? So I'm going to make the base structure. Okay? So we put blocks like this in the corner. Go like this. Right? Again. Because this is what it looks like without it. Kind of rough. But if we do something like this, we add a little extra. And again, working with a center point, meaning we can actually do something like this. Right? That's the front door. And the first floor will always be made out of stone. And don't worry about going in, as with this specific case, we'll be doing some dressing to cover up that. So I say we can put a small window right here. Okay? So windows will not be put evenly. They'll be put more of an odd spacing. 2 and a 3. Right. So we're going to have a nice 4 wide window right here in this back area. Alright? When it comes to this corner, this is where the stairs are going. So it is not going to have windows on this side. We will have a 2-by window right here. Okay? The walls are going to go up one more. I am human, so I will make mistakes. But generally, why is it? Sometimes I don't even know with this game. Silly. Alright. Alright, so we got the first floor. Okay? First floor is right here. For the windows, because I'm trying to make it where if we wanted to use normal glass panes, we could. But in the style of that building, we'll be using oak trapdoors. Place them up above, like so. You can, aesthetics, use that as kind of pillaring. Alright. So when you put them down, they look like this. Okay? And again, we can do something like this. But I'm also thinking, if you don't want to do this, and you're like, that's too much on the side, you can also just put it all the way down. I know it's looking plain, but just the process. It'll turn out good. So, we go on the inside. Stairs. Because we have access to these for stairs. Alright? So, 2 blocks here, leaving a gap right here. We go up, up, and then convert, change right here. Alright? Now, this might look weird, but trust me, it's not. It's going to be fine. that first floor in. Trapdoor there. For reasons you'll see later. See, trapdoor. So you can still get through here. And now, this is where the fun gets coming from, because now we're on the second floor, and because we're away from the ground, we can actually use wood, but sparingly. Yeah, alright. If I remember right, there is there's a window here. Alright. There is a window here. So we could put stairs here. Alright. There's some. So I know, again, thinking clashing, push it in. Some classic techniques. I know. Just me. I'm looking at it. Yeah, we can remove these. I'm just changing stuff on the fly, as I did before when I was making the castle. This is just how stuff rolls. See, it's kind of dependent on how you want it. I'm gonna go like this, just because this is what I'm doing right now. We're gonna look here, and then was it 2 by 1? Yes, it was. Right. And then in the center, there's a I'm just trying to remember how I did this. So, sorry in advance. So you put wood kind of around the edges. I think we're going to go with that. A full block instead of a stair. I have a reason for it. We're going to just get these in, and then I'll pop the windows in when we get there. There will be a small window here. So again, pop that in. We have kind of a nose window. Did I do this wrong? Oh, I did. Whoops, my bad. Hey, we all make mistakes, right? Small cabin. That's all. Right. Off-center window here. So we'll put a window here. This one will have this for a reason. I'll disclose later. Alright. Now, go up. And we go up. Alright. Bring it across. And now you're thinking, alright, now what? Now, take this corner right here, pop out a hole. Alright? We're going to put in a fireplace. And that's why I didn't put a window here. I was just helping you guys get the basic function, but I didn't want to so we get the fireplace in. I didn't want to overcomplicate structures unnecessarily. Alright. When you get it kind of over here, you pop it up one more, and then you do this. And there you go. A little chimney. It's just a little chimney. As it lags. That's perfect. This is a functional chimney, unlike the other chimney over here, where you're doing something like this. Which, if you don't have a world that doesn't have fire spread, this would actually not work. So I'm doing one in case if you're doing this pure survival. Alright? Now, so you do something like this. Okay? So it's all one wood type for a lot of this. I will use the acacia shortly, though. Okay? If I so decide. Because in the original build I didn't use acacia. Alright? Make sure to put the overhang going up your building. Alright? We are not putting stairs on top of here. That there will be slabs right there. So if you're crafting, obviously you're building this. So you put slabs right there. Okay? That's the roof line we're looking for. Here is this. Alright? So we like that, like this, and then slab. Go up. Oop, oop. There you go. That gets cut right there. We go like this, this, and this is how we get the basic shape and form of the roof line. Okay? As I said, I know it looks bad right now and this looks most basic, but once you start putting in more details and you start putting in textures and ways to cover up the bottom, you know, the two halves, it'll look a lot better. And we got the base structure, but we're not done yet, because we put the campfires right here. So you're going to need 2 campfires in this house. One right here. Then when you go upstairs, one right there. We will then be using trapdoors. So there's going to be a stair here and a trapdoor here. Chest, chest. Okay? that's kind of how that's going to go. So we're going to get that preemptively put there. Alright. Still allows you to go down. Gonna grab some fence and put it here. You can either do it like this. I like to, you can either put like a full block here, but this is just purely there. Just you have a little railing. Alright. You're going to be putting some stuff around here. Your bed should be kind of generally placed around the fireplace, as this is a position of warmth. We're going to need a furnace, which then downstairs we put right there. As you can see, that's why. Alright. So we kind of got the base shape. Let's add in some details on the outside to kind of make this a little bit nicer looking. We could start by kind of like, we can start kind of doing stuff like that. To make this a little bit more organic, I'm just going to grab an axe. So you'll have some stripped wood here, strip wood here, there, and there. Kind of get up there, kind of like that. Get some at the base, but then get like one right there. That adds a little bit of detail right there. Okay? Now, normally this is why I had this add-on, is so I could add extra bits. But because I don't, you can then kind of go like that. Now, if you put in the wood logs in certain spots, it adds some detailing that previously didn't have before. It's just like that. We already kind of have some more details going on in the house. Another way is to throw in some slabs on the roof line. Makes it a little bit rougher, but to add a little bit more detail, we add some oak logs up here. It kind of adds like a little bit more rough texture to it. And obviously do the same to the back, because unlike a certain YouTuber, we're not going to just leave the back unfinished. You can then add some textures here. Right? Okay. See, again, that adds some texturing to it. Makes it a little bit more rough, but more humble and cottagey. Now, for the cobble, we can add some rougher granite. kind of like that. It makes it a little bit more textured. We're leaving the fireplace alone for a reason. In 1 second. It's so annoying when the game just can't seem to behave itself. No. Again, you're doing this in a way that it's not overdone to the point where you're literally looking at it and your eyes are hurting. But it's something kind of like this, where it's just nice, simple, easy to look at, make some texture. Now, when it comes to the fireplace, this we're actually going to use to add a little bit of beauty to it, and green. It's the same over here. We add some moss on this. Alright? And that's the same through this house. So you kind of choose some spots. There was once normal cobble. And you kind of just pick and choose some very nice small spots. So don't cover the whole thing in mossy cobble for a reason. You just kind of add it as kind of a flavor. Okay? Alright. That's the same with stairs, so we'll grab some cobbled stairs. Kind of shoot some here. Grab some of these window seals. This stairs right there, and then you can add extra detail by doing stuff like this, where you add like a little bit of it, the grade. Okay. You can also add it kind of like here to change it up. I like to sometimes do like that, like some of the wood degraded, but I'm not going to do that in this instance. Okay? Alright. Now, put that away. Put those away. We got that detailing in. Now, for the floor. Remove this section right here. And this is your sugar, this copper. And this is where this comes in. We're going to use some cut copper, non-oxidized, non-waxed, for a reason. It'll naturally do itself over time. And it's the same for the doors. We have a by the time I got done, the door is oxidized, so we're going to use an oxidized door. See? Alright, and then we can add some texture detailing to the floor. Go. Floor is detailed, and the same can happen up here. You just kind of add So now there's kind of floor texturing here. And then you kind of do the same over here, where I was kind of just, you're just kind of like spreading it out, adding it as kind of like again, it's a layer of detail. Remember that. This is a layer of detail. Right? So always keep those spots right there and there clear, because we're going to go in with some oak logs, put them across as rafter beams to support the house, with fences on the sides, kind of like make it look more supported, right? So that's 2 blocks in, and then on the third one we put the rafters, right? See how we kind of did that roof though? It's very... We can even leave that open right there. So the reason I did up here like that is, and this is where some finicky stuff kind of comes in. Again, I'm not going to use anything from the nether. Let's say we've not gone to the nether, but we have gained alright. So hang 2 lights here. Add a little detail. Add some of the trapdoors, and again, it's all about just adding kind of this kind of rustic cabin vibe that we're going for. Alright, now the inside. That's where we can come in to get the acacia. Use the acacia as kind of like furniture pieces. But first, a bed. Grab whatever color bed, honestly, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go with a brown, just because it makes sense. So right here, chair there, alright. And then we're gonna grab some chests, grab a barrel, bookcases, both normal and chiseled variants. So we put chest here, and a chest there, and then you kind of go back downstairs, put a single barrel there, but then some texture detailing right there, while adding a bookcase right there. Be prevalent later. Alright. So we kind of got the base layout. Okay? Chisel bookcase. Kind of like right there. Go like that. Put 2 chairs right there. Now we're going to go downstairs. There's going to be a table right here. See how we kind of do that? That fucks that up. There's a reason I was using in the other pack, but I I don't want to make it around this. So, to get around that, acacia, slab. See, slab here, but we can put a stair here. There. Grab some string. Okay. If my game wouldn't be so laggy. Sorry, give me a second. Alright, there we go. String. Grabbed. Place. I did that for a very good reason. Because now, if we go down, and we grab some wool, brown, boop, 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 boop. See? There we go. Grab this, go here, go here. If you want, or take a sign, acacia. There, now we have a little chair and a little chair. And this one at least allows you to sit right here. Nice window. All right. Now, oh, I gotta get rid of it. Sorry, my bad. Again, this is all about just kind of like simple cottage house. Wondering about the light sources down here. We're just gonna pick a kind of spot. So choose right here. Boom. Kind of double light it if you want. And we have kind of like a light source. Alright. I'm gonna acacia, make it kind of couch. Then anvil here. Fish barrel right there. That's your cupboard. Do that. Now your crafting table will be over there. I'll also put your grindstone right here. Alright? See, it's already oxidizing. It'll work perfectly. A natural oxidation. It's perfectly fine to allow it to be oxidized. Alright. Now, we're gonna bookcases right there. Kinda just, you know, adding where we can add. Put little tables like that. And we can do a summer thing. We'll put something here that we can have stuff sitting on top. It's about allowing you space to walk around, but also, you know, generally allowing you to have kind of a, you know, your own little home. So I'll add some more details down here in a short bit. I feel like I at least need to get up here. Add your bookcases. actually going to not put a bookcase there. My bad. We're going to do that. Alright. So we have a chair right here. You know? We got a chair. It's a single chair. Alright. We're going to then do something like that. And then right here, we're going to grab that fence again, like that. Then, again, kind of grab brown carpet. Okay. And then, you know, have your acacia signs. Alright. And then the acacia trapdoor. There. Alright. And we're not going to put anything here. It allows you to maneuver around this chair. Turns out I was wrong about that. So, window there. Cool. Window there. And then double, triple. Double and a double, single, big one right here. Alright, now, back up here, take that out, put a cauldron. That's supposed to kind of represent a chamber pot, but also, you know, you can set up your brewing stand right there. So, okay, brewing stand. Put a pot there, put a pot there, pot there. Say on your travels you found a lily, you found an azura. So lily, azura, and then don't forget your classic poppy and the blue orchid. Poppy. Alright. Blue orchid, another. Oh well. Alright. And then grab some paintings. Put one right there. And then one right here. One right there. And one right there. Okay? Liven it up. Make it look better. And then we're up here. Painting right there. And a painting right there. Choose whatever painting you want, whatever you like the most. I am not going to tell you what the painting you have needs to look like, because honestly, But what's it to me? Right, we're gonna clear out inventory. Grab a jukebox. Grab our favorite record. I like the Creator. It's a good one. Alright. That's always a good one. Plop it there. You know. I am not going to turn that on because copyright. But, you know, put that in that chest, whatever. Alright. We're almost done. And this is very short tutorial, all things considered. So I did say you're going to have a stone cutter, right? At some point. Now you can either have that or a stone cutter right here. It's kind of like your choice. I was thinking when it comes for stuff right here, we could put a blast and a smoker, right? Alright, we'll make sure everything is fit in this house, but to a degree that's allowable. Alright. The neat thing is you can simultaneously do that and that to get your smoker, your blast furnace, and your lectern can actually be placed right here. And this cutter is going to be perfect outside, actually. And this is where normally, so the house I'm basing those in my survival world, and I actually have a dock built and attached to it. Okay? And that's where my stone cutter is. It's outside. But trying to fit this in, we can then simply replace that with the stone cutter, making that our workstation over there. And for some extra furnaces, if you're like, that's not enough, one furnace is not enough, that's why you can then take some of your floor and just kind of furnaces. Voila. Okay? And there you go. You know, have some of your favorite books, basically. You know? You know, have your books filled out and your doop. You know. Voila. No enchanting room, because this is supposed to be more of like an early game type of dealio. So, and then you know your book and quill sitting on your lectern. Write whatever you want on that. And then you can, up here, if you don't want this right here, put yourself an armor stand. Yeah, have your armor set up. And there you go. That's the inside. Nice and detailed. You got that for chests. And when it comes for later expansion, if you're looking for more storage room, like I did, I took the spot right here next to the stairs, and I dug down and I built myself a basement and had some more storage below. Yeah. But we're not done. No, we're not done. And again, cover up. This is purely to cover up the and you can add some leaves. Just make it a little bit more. It's just adding some foliage. This is a cool thing to do. So if you take some, obviously, dirt, you could take some of your flowers, a lilac, pink petals, stuff like that, and make yourself some flower boxes. Okay? Like right here. Oh, whoops. Alright. Put some pink petals. That. There you go. You got a flower box. And that's the same how you do right here. So you will be right? Wow, also sound here, so I just and as you can see, it's all to just kind of like all just to add some aesthetic, greenery, stuff like that. As you can see, it's literally just adding detail, greenery, stuff like that. Add your flower boxes. Add your flower boxes, stuff like that, Now right here, in the front, we're not adding a flower box. But actually, we're going to take some wood. Oakwood, specifically. So we go like here, 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 but not there. We then grab a slab, and we go like this. Take a lantern, place it there. There you go. This is the house so far. Now, granted, if you want a little bit more smoke coming out your chimney, take this one, plop out here. Grab a hay bale. Nope. There you go. So you get a bit more smoke. Yeah, there you go. So you get a proper coming out. Now, I was like using moss and azaleas and azalea leaves and stuff like that. Okay. So, when you're decorating the outside, you know, while you're going in, you can toss in some azalea leaves. That kind of green. Right now, because we're kind of in this area, yeah, it's a little needed. Because it's like, we are straight up in an acacia biome, and this isn't the best biome for making things look really lush. Now, if we were in a forest, proper forest, this would look a lot nicer. Okay. Now to add some light to the roof, grab some glow lichen. Kind of just do that. You can do that as well to kind of like add some extra bits to your house. Okay. Okay, we're gonna leave that alone because that will be turned into path block. So when you're going on the low, always do that. So either that looks right. Do that however you want, and then get some of that and take some bone meal, right? Boom. Go like that. Boom. Alright? And just boom, boom. It'll add a whole level of like green to your world. And then you can take don't forget to like, you know, but there you go. Some basics. Yeah. Take some glow lichen, put it on your chimney. Again, all of this is acquirable from just actually being a Minecrafter. Yeah, it's all just to kind of add like a flourish of life to your house. And there you go. What y'all, when everyone, when I first finished the structure, it was very basic, but now it's you know, it's pleasant. It's very cute. It's cozy. And there we go. We have ourselves our little cabin. And I did it without using my add-on to make sure you guys can accomplish it yourself. And you enter in. Got your little living space on the bottom. Whoops. That might happen, but that's fine. Alright, so living space. Furnace is in the bottom. Furnace here. Got your blast furnace, all that. Storage. Then you go upstairs and we have a jukebox, sleeping area, place to put your armor, brewing area. So, got your brewing area, brewing stand, storage, sleeping, and obviously you got your windows to look out of. Nice and textured and detailed, but simple yet effective. And there we go. We have, if you followed with me and followed along with me in the way I did it, now have a cottage house. We have a cottage house. A little cottage that you can place really anywhere, on a riverbank, in the middle of a forest. It'll work perfectly. Maybe not an acacia biome, but I thought to try to work with it. And you can use this alongside with this castle if you so wanted to, or just the house itself. Nice details. And as I said, this is supposed to be surrounded by a dock, because I am basing this off of the one I built in my own survival world. So there's normally a dock on this side and it wraps around to the back, which is why I didn't do this side generally. But all in all, this is the cute little cottage house. Now that you've followed it, now you have it. Alright. This is Undercover Soviet, signing off.